Basta kay Sir Rojan, ibang klase. Let's go! Okay, welcome ulit sa ating klase. Sa video na to, pag-uusapan natin ang Article 1800. Dito sa article na to, dinidiscuss ang tungkol sa appointment ng isang partner bilang managing partner sa isang partnership. Hanggang saan nga bang scope of authority ng isang managing partner? Nagmamatter ba dito kung kailan siya na-appoint? Whether during or after the constitution of partnership or hindi? Paano kung meron siyang isang desisyon na ayaw ng ibang partners? Pwede ba nilang baguhin ito? Paano naman kung gusto nilang tanggalin si managing partner? Pwede nga ba? Ano nga ba? Ready ka na? Sige, start tayo. Let's go! Ayan, sige, basahin muna natin. Article 1800. The partner who has been appointed manager in the Articles of Partnership may execute all acts of administration despite the opposition of his partners unless he should act in bad faith and this power is irrevocable without just or lawful cause. The vote of the partners representing the controlling interest shall be necessary for such revocation of power. A power granted after the partnership has been constituted may be revoked at any time. So dito sa article na to, dinidiscuss ang tungkol sa appointment ng isang partner bilang manager ng isang partnership. Okay? So, appointment as manager. Yan. So, pag sinabing manager, edi siya ang bahalang mamahala or mag-manage ng partnership business sila. Okay? Ngayon, yung appointment, nagmamatter dito kung kailan siya na-appoint bilang manager. Kasi may dalawang instance dito sa pag-appoint. Okay? Una, na-appoint siya during during the constitution of the partnership. Ibig sabihin, bago sila mag-start, nagkasundo na kagad sila na merong isang partner na magmamanage ng business. So that was stated in the Articles of Partnership. Okay? So, during unang senaryo, doon muna tayo sa una, during Constitution, ibig sabihin, okay, nakalagay mismo yung pangalan as part of their agreement sa Articles of Partnership. Yan. Articles of Partnership. Yan. So it is stated in the Articles of Partnership that this partner will act as manager on behalf of all the partners. Okay, sa partnership. Ngayon, anong magiging niyan, consequence? Kapag siya ay na-appoint during the constitution of the partnership, which means nasa articles siya, pwede niyang gawin lahat ng acts of administration. So yun yung scope of authority niya. So scope of authority, okay, hanggang saan yung kanyang scope? Yan. So sabi daw, pwede niyang i-execute all acts of administration. Yan. All acts of administration. Kahit na merong opposition. Despite opposition. Yan. Mahalaga tong part na to. Despite opposition of other partners. Yan. Kahit na merong ayaw doon sa ginawa niya, hindi sila pwedeng mangialam kasi siya ay naatasan during the constitution of the partnership. Kasi doon pa lang nagkasundo na kayo na ito yung magiging manager natin. Tapos bigla kang ayaw mo pala. Okay? So, ano ba example, sir, ng acts of administration? Halimbawa, ganito. Merong isang debtor or customer na hindi nagbabayad. So, ang sabi ni manager, sabi ni managing partner, kasuhan na natin yan. Okay? Part yun ng kanyang act of administration, yung pagsasampa ng kaso sa mga debtors ng partnership dahil hindi sila nagbabayad ng kanilang obligation kung kailan due and demandable. So, part ng act of administration is the right to sue. Yan. So, rereklamo niya, sasampahan niya ng kaso yung mga debtors. Hindi pabor dun yung isang partner niya. Sabi ng isang partner, wag mong gawin yan, baka mawalan tayo ng customer. Okay, baka hindi na sila bumili sa atin. Yung managing partner, si manager, medyo talagang buo ang loob. Wala akong pakialam, hindi sila nagbabayad. Okay, sampahan ng kaso yan. Malay natin sa susunod, bumili pa rin sila, tapos matakot na silang hindi magbayad kasi kakasuhan natin sila. Yan. So despite opposition of other partners, tuloy pa din 'no, yung kanyang acts of administration. So, ibig sabihin, general rule, pagdating sa scope of authority, general rule, yung power niya is irrevocable. Power is irrevocable without just or lawful cause. Yan. Hindi siya pwedeng paalisin bilang managing partner ng walang dahilan at walang sapat na ebidensya or walang sapat na katibayan. Or kumbaga, kung unfair yung pagkakaalis sa kanya, hindi pwede yon. Kasi dapat may just or lawful cause. Kasi siya ay na-appoint during Constitution. Except na lang, exception, okay? Kung halimbawa, natanggal siya, may just cause, pero kailangan ng boto ng mga partners na may controlling interest. Ibig sabihin, majority ng mga partners na may-ari ng partnership ay bumoto para paalisin siya na merong just or lawful cause. Okay? So, if with just cause or lawful cause, if may sapat na dahilan, okay, vote of partners with controlling interest is necessary. Pag sinabi nating controlling interest, ito yung mga partners na more than 50% ang kanilang ownership pag pinagsama. Kung isa lang yan, edi isa lang ang botong kailangan sa kanya. With controlling interest is necessary. Pero pag hindi siya bumoto, kahit na may just cause pa yan, edi hindi matatanggal sa managing partner. Si partner. Halimbawa, let's say ganito, si A, B, C, at D. Meron silang partnership. Ang kanilang capital is equal to 10,000. Halimbawa, si A, ang kanyang capital is 6,000, ito 2,000, tapos ito 1,000 and 1,000. Yan, so for a total of 10,000. During Constitution, napagkasunduan nila na si D ang managing partner. So si D ang managing partner. Ngayon, pag merong isang desisyon si D na ayaw ni C, kailangan bumoto si A, okay? Kailangan bumoto siya para mapaalis si D na hindi na kailangan i-dissolve ang partnership. Okay? Kasi siyang may controlling interest. Pero kung halimbawa, 4,000 lang ang kanyang kapital, tapos si B 2,000, kailangan dalawa sila na bumoto. Basta merong just cause. Yan. So, okay? So, may just cause dapat. Kasi in general rule, irrevocable without just or lawful cause. Except na lang kung may just or lawful cause, kailangan naman ng boto ng partners na mayroong controlling interest. Eh sir, paano naman pag without just cause? Pag ganito, if without just cause, okay, gusto talaga nilang alisin, kailangan ang decision is unanimous. Unanimous. Dapat unanimous ang decision. Lahat sila dapat papabor na paalisin na bilang managing partner si partner. Okay? So, without and with. Ano mangyayari? Pag nagkaroon tuloy ng unanimous decision, madi-dissolve yung partnership. Kasi naiba na yung kanilang agreement. Nangyari kasi yung appointment during Constitution, which is part ng kanilang agreement, appointment ng managing partner. Eh kung ayaw na nila, gusto nilang baguhin, so parang nagbago sila ng agreement. So therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng novation. Okay? So it will now become novation. Yan. Which is an extinguishment of obligation. Kasi may bago na silang gustong maging managing partner. Sir, kailangan kasama ba si managing partner? Yes. Pag sinabing unanimous, all partners, including yung mismong managing partner. Including managing partner. Hindi pwedeng unanimous tapos ay ayaw pala nung D. Halimbawa, si A, B at C. Palitan na natin si D, ayaw na natin sa kanya. Sabi ni D, ayoko, gusto ko maging managing partner, wala naman kayong dahilan, wala kayong just cause para paalisin ako, hindi naman ako bad faith. Okay? Kaya hindi ako maalis. So hindi mangyayari yung novation kasi hindi nakasama yung managing partner doon sa mga unanimous decision. Okay, kaya nga siya unanimous lahat including the managing partner. Okay? So this is assuming good faith 'yan, okay? Kasi 'pag bad faith, okay, 'pag bad faith, mismanagement 'yun, so iba ng usapan 'yun. Puwede nang magkaroon diyan ng remedies, okay? So assuming good faith 'to, 'yan. Eh, what if magkaroon naman tayo ng bad faith, okay? In case of bad faith, 'yan, in case of bad faith. So 'pag nagkaroon tayo ng example na mismanagement, okay, mismanagement, so mangyayari diyan dahil bad faith na siya, mag-a-apply na yung mga partners ng remedies including yung judicial decree for dissolution. So partners may avail remedies. So hingi sila ng tulong sa court including judicial decree of dissolution. Yan. So sasabihin ng mga partners, court, hindi na po tama ang ginagawa ng partner namin na managing partner. Bad faith na po siya. Puwede po ba kaming humingi ng tulong? I-declare niyo nga po yung aming partnership as dissolved. Ayan. So bad faith na kasi siya, mismanagement. Okay? So ito yung during constitution. Yung isa pang mode of appointment ay nangyari after the constitution. So, yan. So, nung una, hindi sila nag-decide kung sino managing partner. Tapos, after that, bigla nilang na-realize, ay, kailangan pala natin ng managing partner. Okay? Sige, si ano na lang, si D na lang. Yan. So, kapag yung appointment nangyari after the constitution ng partnership, ang scope of authority niyan ganun pa rin. Same pa din. Acts can execute all acts of administration. Kaya lang 'pag may opposition, pwede na siyang tanggalin. Okay? So, scope of authority, okay? So, all acts of administration, gano'n pa rin. Pwede niyang gawin lahat ng kailangan niyang gawin, bilang parte ng kanyang administration. Pero in case of opposition ng ibang partners, yung partner na mayroong controlling interest ay puwedeng bumoto para matanggal siya, okay? Whether may just or lawful cause or wala. But in case of opposition, still kailangan pa rin in case of opposition of other partners, okay, vote of partners with controlling interests is necessary. Pero this time, kahit kahit may kahit na merong legal or just or lawful cause or wala, pwede siyang paalisin. Okay? Yan. Whether whether with just or lawful cause or not. Yan. So sinasabi dito sa second appointment is kapag mayroong isang desisyon na hindi nagustuhan ng ibang partners, kailangan sumang-ayon yung partner sa may controlling interest para mapaalis si managing partner. Ang kaibahan lang nito dito sa after constitution, hindi kailangan na mayroong lawful cause para paalisin siya. Nasa pleasure na ng mga partners na paalisin siya or hindi. Kasi nangyari yung appointment after the constitution. Okay? Yan. So it can be revoked at any time. Dahil si partner is only acting as agent na kung saan yung authority ay pwede ma-revoke at any time by the principal, which is the partnership. So same siya ng agent-principal rule. Okay? Pwedeng alisin ni principal ang powers ng isang agent anytime na gusto niya. Okay? That is according to Article 1920. Okay, so Article 1920. So dito naman sa after constitution, walang novation na nangyayari dahil hindi naman naging part ng contract of partnership yung appointment. Kasi mangyayari lang innovation kasi kapag may binago sila dun sa kanilang unang napagkasunduan, which is yung nasa part ng contract. Eh since yung appointment ay hindi naman nakasama sa appointment sa contract, okay? Hindi magiging novation ang resulta nito kapag merong change in managing partner. Kasi after the constitution to eh. Okay? So dito nagtatapos yung Article 1800 tungkol to sa appointment ng isang partner bilang manager ng partnership. Okay? May dalawa tayong tinitingnang angle dito. Kailan nangyari yung appointment? Mahalaga kasi yon. Una, nangyari yung appointment habang tinatayo pa lang yung partnership, so during constitution, which is nakalagay sa Articles of Partnership kung sino yung magiging manager. Pag nakalagay sa Articles of Partnership, hindi na pwedeng alisin yan ng walang sapat na dahilan, just or lawful cause. Pwede pa rin naman siyang tanggalin kung may just or lawful cause, basta kailangan ng boto ng controlling interest na partners. Pag hindi sila bumoto, hindi maalis yan. Pag wala namang lawful cause, gusto nilang tanggalin, kailangan unanimous yung decision, including si managing partner. Kasi it will result to novation. Novation because there's a change in agreement. Dahil nga naging parte ng agreement kung sino ang manager. That is assuming good faith ang ginagawa ni managing partner. In case of bad faith, nagkaroon ng mismanagement, the partners may avail remedies, including the dissolution by partnership, by the dissolution of partnership by a judicial decree. Yan. And kung after naman yung appointment, after the constitution, same pa rin naman ang scope ng kanyang authority, pero pwede na siyang alisin kahit walang dahilan, basta boboto yung partners na mayroong controlling interest. Okay? So yun. I hope meron akong dadig sa inyong bagong learning na magagamit din sa inyong klase. Kung merong part kang hindi nasundan, ulitin mo yung lecture natin, I'm sure makukuha mo rin yan. And like yung sinasabi sa inyo, mag-aaral kayo mabuti, mag-ingat palagi at lagi tatandaan, ibang klase ka. Bye-bye!